This is the Dana Joyce Yoga and Wellness channel. Welcome to your second video in your chakra series with me, your instructor, Dana. Today we will be doing a class themed on the Sacral Chakra or Svadhishthana. Your intention or affirmation for this class is, I am a creative being. If you are someone who prefers visualization, can visualize creating something beautiful within your body in the flow, or something in your mind as we move through this practice. I am a creative being. Join me on your mat in a comfortable seat and we'll get started for our class for Svadhisthana, or the Sacral Chakra. Let's get started. Begin in a comfortable cross-legged position on your mat. You may wish to sit up on a folded blanket for a little bit of height. Place your hands palms down on the top of your knees. And as you inhale, round forward over your knees, circling around, exhaling and rounding the back as you come to the back. And follow this pattern with your own breath, circling around, bringing sinuous movement to the spine, beginning to warm up the hips as well. And when you're ready, switch directions, creating balance, beginning to move in flowing, creative ways as we explore the Svadhisthana chakra. When you're even on both sides, once again, find stillness, take an inhale, and as you exhale, roll over your crossed legs, coming into tabletop position. Maybe you move that folded blanket under your kneecaps for a little bit of extra padding, bringing the knees directly under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Pull the core in, creating a flat back. Press the mat away with your hands. And if you need a little extra balance, maybe those toes stay tucked, but otherwise you can have your flat tops of the feet on the mat, straight back behind you. From here, drop the belly, pull the chest through the shoulders. As you inhale, look up, send your tailbone up. Exhale, round the back, press the shoulder blades away from the spine. Cat pose. Inhale, down and forward into cow. Exhale, tuck everything in for cat. Follow your own breath for 2 more rounds. Nice flowing movement. You can even begin to add a little circling as you move through cat-cow, making sure to go in both directions. When you feel even on both sides, if you've added that circling, go ahead and find stillness in your tabletop position. Take your hands about a palm print further forward. Tuck the toes if they're not already. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press your tailbone up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Maybe you walk your dog, making the movement as slow or as quick as you like. Perhaps you hold a little bit to each side or move a little faster, getting movement, whatever is best for your body in this moment. When you're ready, find stillness. Bend your knees, press your chest back towards your thighs, ground through all 5 fingers on both hands. As you inhale, straighten your legs as you wave forward into plank. On your next exhale, rebend the knees, press the chest back towards the thighs, turbo dog. We'll do this 3 more times, inhaling forward into plank, exhaling to turbo dog. And as you move through these and practice them more, you can begin to add more of a roll along the spine as you shift between the poses. When you've completed your rounds, return to Turbo Dog and then straighten your legs only until you can maintain a flat back. If your back begins to round, add a little micro bend or a deeper bend back into the knees. Once again, inhale forward into plank, this time dropping the right knee, kickstanding the foot out to the side, peel the left arm off of the mat, coming into a supported side plank. Take a breath here in your side plank. Send your gaze up towards the sky. Press firmly down through your left foot and your right shin. Take an inhale, press into your right hand, launch yourself up using your core muscles and that hand. Come into gate pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your left hand to your left leg. Right arm comes up overhead, side bend. Inhale, back upright. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift your right foot inward and send your seat back. Readjust, bringing the bottom of your right foot in towards your left thigh. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Once again, send the left hand over to the left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Right hand sweeps overhead. Inhale, come back upright. Take an exhale. Inhale, plant your hand down. Plant your foot. Press up onto your knee and send your left arm up overhead, kneeling wild thing. Take a breath here. On your next exhale, sweep the arm back down, releasing your seat to the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold to the side. We'll flow through this a couple of times. One breath to one movement. Inhaling up into kneeling wild thing. Exhaling down into our left side bend. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, bend. One more time. Plant the hand. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, fold. Hold your side bend. Spiral your chest up, open towards the sky. Maybe you look up under your armpit. On your next inhale, return back upright. Lean back into your hands and extend both legs long. Pull the flesh out from underneath of your seat, making sure you're evenly distributed on your sits bones. And maybe you take that folded blanket under those sits bones as well to allow for the forward tilt of your pelvis before we fold. We will not be going to our deepest point just yet. We're going to flow in and out of the fold. That sinuous water element movement that is associated with our sacral chakra. Bring your hands to heart center at prayer. Or you can also set them down to give yourself a little extra support. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. You may notice that over time, the depth of the fold becomes deeper as we practice this active flexibility, flowing movement. Finish your last round and return back upright. And switch sides for your Janu Shirshasana, bringing the bottom of your bringing the bottom of your left foot into your right thigh this time. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the right. You know what's coming. Inhale up, kneeling wild thing. Exhale, set your seat down and fold. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Hold your side bend. Spiral your chest open. Maybe send your gaze up towards the sky. Remember to breathe. Inhale, come back upright. Plant your left hand. Shift your right leg so that it's in line with your body. Press up. Come into that kneeling plank position again. Plant your right foot down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, launch up, gate pose. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, windmill your hands to the back of the mat. Pivot and step your left foot back to meet your right, coming into downward facing dog. Reset in your dog, making sure that your fingertips are spread wide, feet are shoulder width distance apart or slightly wider. Bend in your knees to maintain a flat back if you so choose. From here, inhale, sweep your right leg up, take a bend in the right knee, and trace some circles with that knee on the opposite wall. Allow the hip joint to open first in one direction and then the other. Re-square off through that hip. Bring the knee in to your right wrist. Drop your shin bone down. Tuck your back toes and pull your left leg back, coming into pigeon pose. Nice upright pigeon. If you find that you're wobbling a little bit in your hips, it can be nice to place a folded blanket under that outer hip. And that front leg is either at a diagonal with your heel coming in towards your groin, or perhaps it is parallel to the front of the mat. Whatever works with your anatomy. Come into your upright pigeon. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower down, drinking pigeon. Inhale, back up. Maybe you baby back bend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. One more time before we hold sleeping pigeon. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower down. Maybe you come down onto forearms on blocks or on the mat. Or perhaps even all the way down to the mat. Hold sleeping pigeon. You can adjust your body and your props as it begins to open up. Send your awareness into your body. Notice any areas you may be unconsciously gripping and invite them to release. On your next inhale, if you came down onto your forearms, come back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toe. Press your right leg back to meet your left, back into downward facing dog. Come down into hands and knees for a moment. Keeping the hands slightly forward of a typical hands and knees position. We'll do some more watery movement with some hip circles or dancing lions. Circle the hips around and back as if you were going into child's pose, and then back forward into your tabletop position. Perhaps even coming slightly past the hands. First in one direction, making the movement as slow or as fast as comfortable for you. And then in the other direction, bringing balance. When you're ready, find stillness. Tuck the toes once again. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press it back up. Downward facing dog. Reset your down dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up this time. Take a bend in the knee. Take those hip circles. First in one direction, and then the other. Re-square your hips, keeping the bend in the knee. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left knee to the left wrist. Set your shin bone down. Tuck the back toes and extend the right leg straight behind you. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Prop up that outer left hip if you need. And then we will move. Exhale to drink and fold. Inhale up, maybe baby back bend. Nice flowing movement. Exhaling to fold, inhaling to lift. One more round. As you exhale, fold. Hold your fold in your sleeping pigeon. Perhaps coming onto the forearms, onto blocks, or maybe it's a slight fold for you, staying mostly upright. Wherever you are right where you need to be. Take nice deep breaths here. Tune back in with our affirmation for this class. I am a creative being. Visualize that creative, sensual, empathetic energy flowing through your body, opening up the sacral chakra, bringing it into balance. Allow that energy to bring joy and ease to any areas you may be unintentionally holding. If you came down onto your forearms on your next inhale, return up to your hands. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, press up. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Exhale, release the knees back down to the mat. We'll take those dancing lions one more time. Exhaling back and inhaling forward. Send your awareness into your body. Notice how your hips feel this time compared to the first time. Now that we've stretched both sides and switched directions. Do you feel more open, more balanced through your hip joint? Find stillness. Bring your toes to touch. Take your knees wide. Send your seat back towards your heels. If it does not reach, that is okay. If you'd like, you can place a blanket or a block between your seat and your heels or your calves. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward, coming into child's pose. Rest your forehead down on the mat, or perhaps you need a little bit more space and you take a block underneath of the forehead for support. Nice, deep, even breaths here. You are a creative being. You hold within you great possibility for joy and exploration and beautiful, beautiful things. From here, you may stay in child's pose for as long as you like. Or if you'd like to take a shavasana, carefully come back up. Turn over on your side and come down onto your back. Extend your arms and legs out long. Allow your toes to drop to the sides. On an inhale, gently lift up your chest and tuck your shoulder blades behind you and lower back down. Take a nice deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, surrender. Thank you for joining me in our lovely Sacral Chakra Svadhishthana practice today. I hope you move through the rest of your day feeling more open and joyful. Namaste.